Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much and I've just dropped a card, for joining me on your year ahead 2017 reading. So what I'm doing, Libra, for the year ahead is because I wanted to focus on 5 areas of your life. For those of you who've been following my channel for a long time, you'll know that I did a couple of live spreads last year, quarterly one, half yearly ones, but I'm doing the entire year for 2017, focusing on 5 areas of your life, Libra, which will be your personal situation, your home life, your career, your love life in the future. You've got your advice card there. We also use 7 cards. These are all major arcana cards, okay? I'm using Ellen Dugan's Witches Tarot, which I adore as a deck of cards. The illustrations are beautiful, absolutely stunning. So sorry, I've got a hair in my mouth. So yeah, we're using the Witches Tarot for your anchor cards, and what the anchors provide us with is within each area, this anchor, a particular anchor card, will show the overall outcome of where the situation is heading within this card here. Okay, so we've got 5 cards of the 7 that reference the overall outcomes. The other 2 cards are your wishes, where you're wishing everything would head in terms of your live spread reading for the year, and the overall outcome, which is card number 7, which shows overall where everything's heading. I hope that makes sense to you guys, and let's get a move on. So, Universe Spirit, show me Libra. What's coming in for Libra? Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in the year 2017. What's coming in for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for the year 2017. I need to see what's going on in their love lives, their home lives, for the year 2017, and I want to cover the whole of 2017, please. For Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, what's going on in their personal situations, their careers, and also the future position, which should be showing all through the year, but more the tail end of 2017. Also, can you give me the advice card for what the Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs will need to know for the year 2017? Show me. Okay, so we've shuffled the cards, Libra. We're going to split the deck into 3. Collect it back up. And we're going to start laying the areas. So remember, the top of 3, you've got one card here, which is the key card. And then you've got 3 cards underneath. So each area is a group of 4. The key card at the top, Libra, really indicates the energies that you should be experiencing. Some of you will be experiencing energies. It could represent a person, it could represent an energy, a situation. Around that, these 3 cards should give us some advice on what's going to happen within that situation there, okay? So there we've got the personal situation. We've got your home life. Sorry, it's not your home life, it's your career. I do apologise. We've got your home life. We're going to look at your love lives. And the future. The live spreads I like very much so, because they're quite potent. I mean, these can last a lifetime. They can last a very long time, what I've noticed with these readings. And let's have a look at your advice card. Okay, so we've got those down pat. We're going to look at the anchor cards now. So we're going to ask the universe Spirit, show me what's the overall. I need you to show me the first card, which is the foundation card. So basically the foundation for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising's world in 2017, the focus of their lives in 2017. Also, this card needs to act as the overall outcome for their personal situation. I need you to show me the overall outcome in the career situation, overall outcome for the home life. That's card number 4, stroke central theme. Card number 5, not card number 5, card number 2 is career. Card number 3, please, show me the love situation, the overall outcome for their love situation for Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Whoopsie daisy. In the year 2017. Can you show me card number 5, what their wishes are, where they're wishing for everything to head? Card number 6, the overall outcome for their future position. And card number 7, the overall outcome regarding this reading, where everything is heading. Show me. Okay, so I always split the deck on this one as well. I know it's a tiny one, but I always split it anyway. Um, and what we're going to do is we're going to start laying down. First, this is your foundation card. So this is really focusing on what your focus is going to be in the year 2017. It's not an advice card, but it's really who you are, what kind of situation you're around, how you're approaching stuff, that type of thing. This shows your career, outcome for career, outcome for love. This is card number 4, central theme stroke outcome for home life. Card number 5 is where you're wishing everything would head. Card number 6 is the outcome for love, and card number 7 should show the overall outcome for you. So we always start with the foundation card in the majors, in the anchor. Right, the Hanged Man is showing the foundation of some of your lives in the year 2017. Some of you guys will be looking to make sacrifices, because the Hanged Man is a card about making sacrifices. Some of you guys, it might be that you're feeling that your hands are tied, or something is in suspense, or maybe you can't release something here. The Hanged Man often references at the best of times when we're holding on to situations that are long outdone and outdated. So for some of you guys, it could be that the foundation is holding on to something in the year 2017, Libra. Maybe there's something that you're finding difficult to give up. However, this card does reference surrender as well. So the reason why we look at the Hanged Man and we often think about suspense and holding on is because this person is suspended in mid-air in a very difficult situation. So therefore the card also becomes about the sacrificial lamb and also having to endure. Some of you guys might be feeling that you're having to endure a situation. It might be that there is an awkward situation that you're needing to deal with this Hanged Man, but this card is the pause and reflect card. It's the card whereby if there's nothing you can do about the situation, all you can do is just sit back and relax about it and just endure, because it might be at some point something changes. So some of you guys are going to look at making some adjustments within your world. You're going to be looking at possibly approaching situations from a different perspective if you can, but that really would require that you let go and let God, and also surrender to the elements and stop. If you're holding on to something, then the foundation is, for some of you guys, you might be trying to surrender and let go of whatever it is that you're holding on to. Let's have a look at what's going on in your personal situation and the general energy card around this. So what is the general energy showing up as around your personal situation? Well, the Knight of Wands. So for some of you guys, if it's an energy we're looking at, there might be a sense of feeling quite enthusiastic, quite excited. This is the card of the thrill seeker. This is the person who moves very, very fast in pursuit of some form of a challenge. The problem with the Knight of Wands, he often doesn't think, he just feels, and he goes with what he feels. So he goes with his passions. So some of you guys might be feeling extraordinarily passionate regarding something concerning your life. If this is a person, it could be a fire sign, male or female, that comes sweeping into your life. The problem with the Knight of Wands, when the Knight of Wands comes sweeping in, they can stick around, but it's not a committed relationship. So sometimes this person does not commit because they like to depart but never arrive. In other words, they like to come and go as they please. So you could be dealing with a bit of a Jack the Lad here, potentially, if it is a person. If it is a person also, it can be that somebody sweeps into your life, but they go just as quickly as well. This card can also reference long distance travel. So for some of you guys, you might be doing some traveling, and also the Knight of Wands references a move. So for some of you guys, you might be looking to move location potentially with this card here. But what's underneath it? Well, yeah, we got another move card here. So this is the Six of Swords showing up. So it says that this move, this change, sweeping change with that Knight of Wands energy, Libra, involves travel. So some of you guys could find that you're actually traveling overseas, or you're traveling to an entirely new location. Sometimes this Knight of Wands comes up when there's a change of house or a house move coming up potentially. And we do have a Six of Swords to show that there might be something around a change of location in your personal situation. What's the next card? Oh, the Knight of Swords. So it could be that Six of Swords is a travel-related card. Travel comes quickly, or a change comes quickly. And what's the other card? via the Hierophant. So I feel that what this could be saying for some of you Libras, if you don't own your house, or even if you do own your house, because the Hierophant is the powers that be. So when you get a Hierophant card, it's not just about friendly advice, good advice, wise counsel. These Hierophants can literally represent things like housing associations. People that I feel there's something around housing here that's happening for some of you Librans, okay? And the Hierophant can also represent something to do with a university, college, something to do with the church, religion. But really, when I look at a Hierophant, it represents someone to me who is ordaining. Or they're sanctioning something. So they've got the power to say yes or no. You only have to look at the way that the Hierophant raises his hand. Okay, and also when you get the Hierophant, you see those keys there? That can represent the keys to a new house. Alright, and we are see a change here. It's coming in quickly because the Hierophant, I feel, gives you the keys to a new house, or they're ordaining something here. So I feel that there's a move coming up, and really, because it's also crowned by the Knight of Wands energy here, I would say this was probably a house move, and you're getting some new keys with that Hierophant. Because the Hierophant, what this Hierophant does is it enables you to unlock the keys to a secret. Often this does show up for house keys as well within a reading. So we can see around perhaps a house move here. There is a move of location potentially for some of you guys. Personal situation it's showing up in. It's around a move that comes swiftly because of the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is giving you the keys. They're sanctioning something. They're ordaining something. They're ordaining a move. They're sanctioning something for you. This could be a university, for example. Or it could be that you are, moving abroad to study or something like that for a job. But it's being ordained by the Hierophant here. So the Hierophant is giving it's giving the order, it's giving the green light to sanction something here. I feel there's a move either off, but it's definitely, I feel, location-wise, could be home. So it could be your residence, change of residence, which the Knight of Wands often references. And it can also be, because we've got the Hierophant, this can be the keys to a new home, but it can also say that this is being ordained or sanctioned, maybe. Could be by some form of a government thing, maybe a government scheme. Potentially for me, this looks at something educational-wise as well. Okay, so there's a move coming up here in your personal situation. But the overall outcome is the Hanged Man, which is interesting. So I don't know, it's a difficult card. Hanged Man is extraordinarily difficult because the Hanged Man can mean many things. It can mean that something is put on hold. It says that the get-go is good. It's all good to go, it seems, in terms of a move here. All right. I know that I often look at tarot interaction, and the Knight of Swords looks like it's trying to impose on that Six of Swords moving forward. So for some of you guys, it could also be, if I'm going to read this two ways, if this Hanged Man means that there is an obstacle, Hanged Man often means that there's a hold-up or an obstacle. If the overall outcome in your personal situation represents an obstacle, I would say that the general energy shows a change in location, a move in a different direction. Around this, there is some form of trip or travel, but it looks like with the Knight of Swords, if we were to look at tarot interaction, somebody might be trying to stop this, maybe because they have the ability to do so as the Hierophant. So I would say that maybe for some of you guys, if there are plans for some form of travel or change going on in your personal life, it might be that you come up against a Hierophant. Somebody who's trying to stop you. We can look at tarot interaction as well, and the way the Knight of Swords is charging towards that boat. So we're not looking at the keywords now, we're looking at the tarot interaction. And we're looking at how that Knight of Swords is trying to stop this boat moving further. And it comes from orders from the Hierophant. You can see the Knight of Swords is charging out of the Hierophant. So I feel it's on somebody else's orders that they might be stopping you from trying to change location. It could be for some of you guys, I'm getting, because we've got the Six of Swords here, and there is a mother with a child. I'm getting that maybe somebody's trying to stop you from taking a child. I don't know why I'm getting that. Or they're trying to stop you from leaving a family situation. Maybe a husband or wife are trying to stop you from taking their daughter, son, that type of thing away. The Hierophant can also represent a legal situation like a court. So it could be that for some of you guys, there is, around your personal situation, the need to change location, the need to change. I feel that needing to get away with this card, definitely. But it seems that underneath this, there is some travel. that is being stopped by the Knight of Swords. And remember, the Knight of Swords can be a policeman or it can be an officer of the law. And remember, the Hierophant represents the law and it represents a court. So it could be for some of you guys, you're looking to take maybe a child or something like that, children away, possibly from a partner, something like that. But it's being stopped by an officer of the law on the orders of a Hierophant. All right, and that's why it looks like with the Hanged Man, the overall outcome for some of you Libra guys might be that this is a very difficult thing to move forward with because it is being challenged by a court. The fact that you want to do something and maybe a partner doesn't want you to do it. So it looks like there's going to be some form of an injunction imposed. For some of you guys, if we look at the keywords and we say yes, the overall energy for your personal situation, Libra, is the Knight of Wands, which shows a move, change of location. Around that we see travel. That comes quickly via the Hierophant. So something, again, by some form. Hierophants often represent professional bodies. So maybe something's being ordained by a professional body here. And you've got the get-go to move somewhere. And therefore, the overall outcome is the Hanged Man. So maybe some of you guys overall have to make some sacrifices or some major adjustments going forward. Let's have a look at your career. Well, we've got the Queen of Cups as the... and some of you guys might be working in fashion. You might be working in retail. You might be working as a tarot reader, as a psychic, as a nurse, for example, which the Queen of Cups can come under. You might be working as a writer. As somebody who works with children, potentially as a counsellor, possibly within holistic health issues, that type of thing within career, because that's the crowning energy here. What's around this? Well, the Temperance card. The Temperance for me represents when we're finding great joy and great balance, but also this card can mean, well, there are some adjustments that need to be made. Okay, there's some modifications maybe to my working world that need to be made here. What's this around here? The Five of Wands. So there is a need for peace or some form of adjustment being made to what could be quite a frustrating situation with the Five of Wands. Five of Wands in terms of work often represents competitors, or you're not getting on with workmates, or it's competitive co-workers, okay? So there is the need for healing, or there is the need to kind of not eradicate, but to try and find some way that you work through, because the Temperance card means to work through a difficult situation, possibly with co-workers. And where does that lead to? The Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles can be stability, peace, finding some form of security, but it also is a card about writing down action plans. So when you get a Queen of Pentacles, it does say that you're going to be stable financially. So for some of you guys, it's not just what you do as the Queen of Cups, in a way. Libra, you're not a Queen of Cups anyway, you'd usually be a Queen of Swords. But the Queen of Cups, in terms of an energy-wise, is somebody who relies on her intuition to direct her in terms of a certain area, where she needs to go, what she needs to do, that type of thing. So there might be a lot of kind of introspection around your working environment with that Queen of Cups energy here. And the reason for this is that you're trying to make something work. And it's around, I feel, Five of Wands is difficult co-workers. But then I feel that this is not so much so, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles as the outcome. I mean, it might be that you're trying to find a way to make peace with the Temperance card, or making adjustments to the Five of Wands that leads to the Queen of Pentacles. Something you want to lead to financial stability. So this is why I'm not sure whether this is actually co-workers. The standard meaning of the Five of Wands when it comes to a working environment means disruption and disputes. Okay, so there could be some disputes though. So maybe this is disputes. But disputes that lead to, maybe you're needing to find or make some modifications. It could be to something that you're a project that you're working on that leads to financial stability. I'm going to read this Five of Wands as being a project you guys are working on, because the Five of Wands doesn't have to be a card of dispute all the time. It can be where people are actually working in a team. And I feel that for some of you guys, Libra, you're going to be finding a ways around a project that you're working on, which could lead to financial stability. So, for example, if you work in sales, or if you work as someone who sells things to, you work as the third person or the go-between person, for example, that sells an idea to another company or whatever that is. It's to earn the company more money. If you work as a self-employed person, or you own your own business, it could be around this with the Queen of Cups. You're thinking creatively, I feel, in terms of the business, because around this you're making some adjustments maybe to your business. Uh, it's to do with building something or constructing something within the business that will lead to financial accomplishment with that Queen of Pentacles energy. I feel that this is teamwork, and I feel that you are making adjustments or modifications to some form of project with that Five of Wands that you've been working on. Okay, this is a project, possibly with other people, Libra, that you're working on. But what you want is for it to lead to financial security for you. So this is a pretty big thing, I feel. Even though there are pip cards here, Queen of Pentacles, Five of Wands, we do have a major card here. So you're working on something quite good. When you get the Two of the Temperance card, it's about making modifications. And this is to some form of a project or a difficult project, because you want financial stability. But I don't feel that this is, I don't feel that it's um, difficult with the people, but I feel it's difficult getting everything ready and constructed and, good to go so that you can get your money with that Queen of Pentacles energy here, Libra. Let's have a look where your working situation leads to. Well, the Fool is nice. So it could, it's kind of nice. I mean, it could be, the Fool could be an error. Sometimes when you get, even if it's in the upright, the Fool can be where we make a mistake, when we're not looking at things properly. But it doesn't seem like you're not looking at things properly here. I think the overall outcome for work is that the sky is going to be the limit for you. I feel that you're going to be very successful in a particular project this year coming in, Libra, in 2017. If you look at this Fool here, the sky is the limit. Now, we could look at this Fool and say, well, he's not looking at where he's going. And he could, but we don't see the dog that's trying to hold him back. The dog is not trying to snap at his heels like it would be on the Rider-Waite cards. So we can see here this person is fully in control of where he's going. He knows where he's going. What he's really saying is, you know what? I'm absolutely self-assured in my new direction. And the sky is the limit. I can do anything and I can go anywhere. I feel carefree. The outcome is that this financial accumulation with the Queen of Pentacles, I feel the overall outcome with that 40 saying it's going to give you a certain amount of freedom to do exactly what you want when you want, especially if you work for yourself, Libra. I feel there's real success showing up here for you, because I don't see somebody who's not looking at what they're doing. I'm seeing a lot of thought cards. Queen of Cups shows up here. Temperance card is an excellent card. Five of Wands in terms of work can be an excellent card. It's when you're trying to construct something. You're working in a team to build something together. There's a lot of teamwork here. It could be modifications within teamwork bring financial success. So I see a lot of planning here going on. It could be working out, the Temperance card, a team leads to financial success. So I see a lot of you guys, Libras, at the helm of a project here. You're either controlling other people or you're developing a team within your own business. But I see you very much in a authoritarian position for a lot of you guys in the year 2017. And it seems to be that the overall outcome from your career is that the sky is the limit with the Fool card. Okay? Got a lot of freedom coming to you in terms of work. Let's have a look at your love lives in 2017, Libra. Well, Eight of Pentacles, for some of you guys, you might be doing something over. The general energy might be saying that you're doing something over and over and over again with the Eight of Pentacles, and you're not really getting anywhere in terms of love. It can also mean that you're focusing and you're working extraordinarily hard to make a relationship work, because this is the card of hard work. Okay, so I feel within love, the Eight of Pentacles, it can represent perhaps somebody who is working too hard and they're not paying enough attention to the relationship. Let's have a look at what the cards are around this, Libra. Oh, Seven of Pentacles. So the Seven of Pentacles is a card about evaluation. For some of you guys, it could be that you're working, we'll explain this in a couple of ways. If you're working really, really hard on making a relationship work, it could be that you come to a point here where you're assessing, have I done enough? Because that's what the Seven of Pentacles is. The guy looks at all the effort he's put in and he says, right, have I done enough? Have I actually done enough to make this work? You know, is what has been developed from all my hard work and effort, is it enough? Is it the best that I can do, or should I just look elsewhere? If you are banging your head against a brick wall with that seven, with the Eight of Pentacles being the general energy, you keep doing the same old thing in terms of love. It might be that you come to a crossroads. The Seven of Pentacles can often mean a crossroads, and it can mean that we come to a point of self-evaluation. Okay, so for some of you guys, it might be, if you're single, for example, you are repeating the same old patterns that you've always done in terms of the type of partner that you're choosing. And you'll come to a point where you're evaluating something. If you're in a relationship, it might be that you'll feel that you're banging your head against a brick wall with that Eight of Pentacles. And therefore, there is the need for some form of evaluation. Let's have a look at the other cards. Well, I feel that either funny cards, really. I feel that if some of you guys have been working and focusing really hard on making your partners happy here, then these cards are saying that all the effort you've put in is starting to show with the Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. And this leads to justice. It leads to good rewards within the relationship. It leads to a balanced and harmonious relationship. If you're banging your head against a brick wall, I feel that you will be evaluating a relationship. Evaluate, you've come to a crossroads. Do I stick with this relationship or do I move on? And therefore, the need for a big decision. So evaluation needs big decisions with that Justice card. And what's the outcome? Ugh, the Hanged Man again. Jeez, for fuck's sake. Sorry, shouldn't have swore there. Let me just think. I'm just thinking about the key words with these cards. It could be for some of you guys that, you know, if you're banging your head against a brick wall in 2017, Libra, with a relationship, it could be what you evaluate leads to a big decision for the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man can be, well, the Hanged Man is the Hanged Man, except that the Hanged Man is hung upside down rather than by the neck. So it can mean that you make a decision to put something on hold, because the Hanged Man means to put a relationship on hold. Doesn't mean that it's completely over and done and dusted. It just means I need to take a break and take some time out. So it could be for some of you guys, if you're really kind of repeating a pattern, the same old pattern within a relationship, you'll evaluate that relationship and you'll come to a decision with the Justice card that you need to perhaps put this relationship on hold with the Hanged Man. If you are working really, really hard within a relationship, not so much banging your head against a brick wall, but you're putting a lot of effort in with the Eight of Pentacles, it could see, I feel, that you're starting to see the fruits of your labours that leads to you feeling a sense of justice, getting your rewards. That lead to the Hanged One. I'm just trying to think in a positive way. Possibly some adjustments, maybe, or something being made within a relationship. It might be a bit awkward, but it's all good. It might be that you're able you might be able to see a relationship in a different light or a different perspective, or maybe you're just surrendering to whatever the relationship is with the Hanged Man here. But I feel more than anything, some of you guys, especially if you're single and if you're continuously making the same mistakes within a relationship, or making the same mistakes in terms of the type of person that you go for, there's a repetitive pattern, because the Eight of Pentacles is a repetitive card. This person is doing the same action over and over and over again, not really getting anywhere. So for some of you guys, it might be that you are performing a repetitive action in terms of the type of partners that you're meeting, Libra, Sun, Moon and Rising, in the year 2017. This will leave you guys evaluating if this is a continuous path, because I'm looking at these Seven Pentacles and it's almost like they're the notches on your belt, and it's almost like you're banging out the various notches here. Okay, I'm just seeing notches on a bed head. Can you see that? Like, I've slept with that one, 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 and you're like banking them up on the bush, and you're like, oh man, geez, look how many people I've slept with, man, and I've still not met anybody yet. I've still not met anybody that's good enough, or that I feel that I can settle down with, and therefore it leads to making a big decision. I think I'll put relationships on hold for a while, because I just need to take some time out for myself and just to find out about me for a little while. Let's have a look where everything's heading in terms of your love lives, Libra. Well, karma, it's great because it says rebirth. It says that I feel for a lot of you guys, this is about, especially if you're single and you're kind of serially dating, or you've got a lot of sexual partners, but nothing really ends up as being um, a proper relationship. Then I feel that you put this out to dry, the Hanged Man. You sacrifice this. And it might be uncomfortable, but then it's going to enable you to maybe look at things from a different perspective once you are on your own with that Hanged Man. And therefore, you get judgment, you get karma, you get rebirth, you get a weight being lifted off your shoulders with that karma card there. I don't feel that this is so much for some of you guys who are working really hard within a relationship, because I feel it'd be okay. But I feel that more if you're banging your head against a brick wall within a relationship, Libra, then yes, there is the evaluation, big decision, maybe to hang this relationship out to dry for a little while, and therefore I feel that there will be a weight lifted off your shoulders over in the overall outcome in terms of your love lives in the year, 2017. Let's have a quick look at your home lives. Whoa, nice. Two of Cups is the overall energy. So for some of you guys, you might be getting married. For some of you guys, and I know that I've just done the love reading, but if this love reading doesn't correlate to you, then maybe this is a love reading potentially. The Two of Cups is a nice card because, especially when it looks to home life, for some of you guys, it might be an agreement to have a builder come and build a thatch roof or something like that. It doesn't always mean love. It means agreement and partnerships. Some of you guys might be focusing on partnerships within your home lives, your marriage, your engagements, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, that type of thing. What's coming in around that to have, oh, gold. Okay. So, we've got, that started well, didn't it? So, we've got the general energy, I feel, is to do with communication within relationships with the Two of Cups. Because underneath that, we've got the moon. Now, the moon can mean that you feel quite deeply. It can mean that you've got some really intense feelings for an individual. But what's the moon around? The Empress. Let's get the other card. You've got three majors showing there. That's huge. I feel that this is more about feeling quite intense about an individual. I get the impression, though, the moon and the empress can be cards to do with a woman's cycle, for example, periods, or sometimes difficulty with periods. Maybe there's a need to go travel or do something about this situation. Maybe that's why the Two of Cups suggests some form of conversation or some form of agreement between you and a doctor or you and someone else. I don't mean to do health, but I don't like these two cards, the moon and the empress, together. This suggests some sort of female issues going on, monthly cycle, that type of thing. So it might be for some of you guys, you will need to go and seek some, I'm getting the impression, some form of advice on your monthly cycle, especially if you're female and watching this. And the Two of Cups is about agreements and pledges and conversations. For some of you guys, it might be, I feel, we've got, this isn't a bad card as long as it's well aspected, the moon. But the moon card, I feel, is deep, intense feelings with the Empress. For some of you guys, the Empress, especially if you're, well, whether you're a woman or a man, it depends on whether you're heterosexual, gay, whatever. But, there could be some very intense feelings with an Empress. Empress can be male and female, male or female. It's just somebody that you consider highly attractive, really, really beautiful. But it might be quite superficial as well. And maybe with the Chariot, it's saying you're wanting to progress with the relationship or something like that. Intense feelings in a relationship, I feel. The Empress often represents a mutual attraction. And we do have the Two of Cups showing up as the overall card for your home life. So there's something quite mutual. There's some sort of agreement between you and another person here. And around this is some very intense feelings. Sexual attraction with the Empress, in which you're moving forward, I suppose, with the Chariot energy here. Let's have a look where your home life ends up. Well, it's great. It's the Sun. Things looking very positive. So the overall outcome is the Sun. It's a very good relationship, I feel. I feel if there's anything to do with, something to do with periods or monthly cycles for some of you ladies watching this, then it's all going to turn out well with the sun. You'll get to the bottom of an issue. I'm just seeing that within the reading. I know that the moon can definitely deal with a female's monthly cycles, and the empress is a mother as well. We've got some form of alliance or chat or collaboration going on here, perhaps between you and somebody else that you trust, that you can talk about these things with, perhaps. But also, I feel more than anything, this is a relationship, is the crowning area for your home life. One in which I feel that there is an intense love, an intense, deep feeling for a mutually beneficial relationship that has the potential for growth in terms of moving forward, I guess, with that Chariot. And it looks really, really good with the Sun card, Libra, because it says things are really going to turn out very, very positively in this area within your home life. So this could, definitely be another sort of love reading. For some of you guys, it doesn't look so great, but for some of you in your home life, it could be absolutely wonderful. Let's have a look at the final cards, your future. Wow, there's some form of victory, confidence showing as the energies that you're going to be feeling in the year 2017, because you've got the Six of Wands. It shows, it can show arrogance, but it usually shows confidence, ambition, fortitude, self-belief, all of those good, really good cards, really good words, really positive words. See a lot of self-belief coming in with you guys. This could also be a fire sign individual that you might encounter future-wise. Let's have a look at what this is about. Well, the Magician, it's the ability to start creating a wonderful reality with that Magician card. Let's have a look what the Magician is around. It could be communication as well. The Magician often references something of communication. The Two of Wands, so it might be that there is a new beginning around a path, new path. Two of Wands often references, it can either reference a gateway that is opening up to you, or that you've opened up. So remember, before the Two of Wands comes the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is a card about a new idea that this person in the Two of Wands goes out and explores. So I feel that there is, with this Magician card, a new beginning. In terms of this Two of Wands, in terms of a path, or in terms of an idea that you're going to be exploring, that leads to great happiness with the Ten of Cups. Okay, so I just feel that in the future cards, this is amazing. Let's have a look at what the overall... Wow, the Chariot shows up again. The Chariot says that you're overcoming obstacles and you're moving forward. There's lots of travel potentially coming up in the future. I am seeing travel here with this Two of Wands as well, but I feel that there is some form of a new concept, and it could be in an idea that is in its early stages, which could lead to great happiness, great abundance. This isn't the card of financial abundance, but it's more the card that says real happiness here. And this could be a partnership as well. Two of Wands can often represent some form of a partnership, so it could be the start of a partnership here that could lead to some real success. When you get the Ten of Cups, it shows success. Okay, it shows also, for me, with this Two of Wands being the start, it shows completion, because the Ten of Cups is a card that represents some form of completion to plans, to ideas. So for some of you guys, it might be even looking to build your own home. This is a home, and the people on the card look like they're celebrating having built something, having finally achieved something of great importance in terms of their own happiness. Remember, the cups revolve around emotion and feelings. So this isn't so much about, as I've said, finances, but it's more about feeling a real sense of purpose with this Ten of Cups energy. And I feel that you, in the future, in 2017, it's saying that the energies are very much focused around success and accomplishment with the Six of Wands. This revolves around the Magician, starting to build, starting to create something of magnitude, perhaps within a partnership that leads to a successful outcome with the Ten of Cups energy here. And therefore, the overall outcome in terms of this future area is the Chariot. And the Chariot says, you overcome any type of obstacles that you might have had, but also it's the card of determination and focus and real success. The Chariot, when you get it in the outcome, it shows some form of a successful outcome. We're going to have a quick look and see what your wishes are. Your wishes are for strength. And the Strength card, especially I feel in the emotional section, not the emotional, the home life, it can be that your wishes are to have a relationship that is um, affirming with the Strength card, a relationship filled with trust, because we do have a relationship card here. But the focus is on relationships with the Two of Cups around your home life. And underneath that, we have the moon. So I feel with the other cards looking so positive that maybe this is some intense emotions that some of you guys are going to be feeling, possibly around an Empress. But this can also be an idea, creating of a project potentially. Could be around something to do with motherhood as well, in which you persevere. Maybe it's about you and your partner, pregnancy, uh, giving new life potentially within the year 2017. But also, the Empress focuses on love relationships. It is ruled by the zodiac. It is ruled, sorry, by the planet of Venus. So it's all about attraction, especially attraction in terms of beauty and the outward superficial idea of beauty as well. So maybe there is a deep attraction that has the potential to progress with the chariot energy here. And the focus is around a relationship that you feel a great synergy, a great balance and affinity with potentially. And therefore, it would be, I feel, the wishes section would be to uh, form something of trust, something that is steadfast, something that's strong, and something that's quite loyal. Because the lion is loyal to the lady is loyal to the lion. They sit together. She soothes the lion with kindness and with sweetness. So you get more accomplished through being kind rather than being jaded within a relationship. I feel in all areas your wishes for strength, it's fortitude, it's the ability to see something through to the end, as we can see here as well. And strength in terms of your love section here for some of you, because I feel that this might be love here for some of you guys, but for some of you guys in the actual love section, it could say that, perhaps putting something on hold, especially if you're recreating patterns and finally kind of taking stock and saying, hang on a minute, I'm doing the same thing over and over again. Maybe I need to take a look at what I'm actually doing. So I need to put certain things on hold so that I can kind of take another view, take a time to pause and reflect on this and look at my situation in terms of the relationships that I'm attracting in a completely different way. And your wish will be for strength, to hold out, patience with yourself, and also patience with the idea that maybe you're going to find the correct person that comes in. The same thing really with this area here in your personal situation. I feel for some of you guys, if there is a change coming in, this Knight of Wands, okay, I feel that, this could be also somebody around you, but I feel that this is more about a direction, a change of location that some of you guys in your personal situation be looking at. I feel that you're looking to travel, perhaps with children, perhaps with somebody that you feel responsible for. But, if you were to look at it in tarot interaction, this person looks like they want to stop what you're doing, and it's being ordained. They're riding out of the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is a court of law, or it's something legal, and this can be an officer. This can be somebody who's stopping, who's been instructed by the Hierophant to stop. So if you look at the Hierophant here, he instructs the officer of the law, the Knight of Swords, to stop a trip or to stop a journey from happening. And the wish will be, well, can I endure this? I'm wishing, or I'm hoping that I can kind of endure this difficult time. For some of you guys, it might be that a trip runs smoothly, because it could be travel that happens quickly because it's been sanctioned by the Hierophant as well, with those three cards there. So strength, perhaps you're looking to come back together with a particular person. Perhaps you're looking for a reunion with an individual. Maybe this lion is your strength. Maybe it's a Leo individual. Who knows? Let's have a look at your overall outcome. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So a lot of ups and downs, perhaps within the year. Wheel of Fortune isn't always great. Sometimes it says that things are up and down, and some things might be out of your control, but it's your ability, I feel, with strength to curb your ego and to curb your fear and to endure and withhold and stay steadfast in your beliefs no matter what's happening. Also, it's saying there's a lot of good things coming in, I feel, for you, Libra, in the year 2017, because the overall outcome is the Wheel of Fortune, which says that anything, for example, this area here, if it's somebody who's trying to stop you from doing something or going somewhere, or they're trying to stop someone from coming to see you, or whatever it is, it says that the overall outcome will be the Wheel of Fortune, in which you will get what you want in the end. Because anything that's difficult within the tarot or within life, the Wheel of Fortune shows up and it says, you're going to have a change for the better in this area here. The same as your as your career section here, we can see that you are probably modifying a group or a team here in order to achieve financial stability. So perhaps redacting people that you're working with so that you can economize far more in terms of your expenditure, that type of thing on a particular project. Maybe you're trying to manage. The temperance card is called also, we could use the words manage, because the temperance is, the angel is managing two cups. He's trying to achieve the best, um, uh, what's the word? The best combination with this two of cups. The best flow. The best an equal balance between the two cups with the water. So we could say here that for some of you guys, you might be trying to manage a team in order to achieve the financial stability that you need to within a project. So you might be managing some. I feel that some of you guys are managing a project because the outcome is going to see fruition, and this shows that it actually happens. The overall outcome is the Wheel of Fortune. You know, you get what you've put out there. Wheel of Fortune can be pots of money, that type of thing. Because we see the Fool here, the sky's the limit as a result of what's going on here in the career section here. The Wheel of Fortune in this section here, I feel, as the overall outcome is really saying, you know, with the Hanged Man, especially for some of you guys, I don't feel that this pertains to you if your relationships are working. I feel if it pertains to you if your relationship isn't working, or if you're consistently doing a pattern or going over something time and time again and you're not really getting anywhere. The Wheel of Fortune is, I feel, is more than anything going to see a change within you. That you're going to be creating the lucky conditions that you're looking for. Let's have a look at your overall advice card, Libra, for the year 2000. Well, it's brilliant. Three of Wands. Three of Wands as advice. You know, your ships are coming in. You're closer than you think to success. Successful collaborations with others. This can be the card of international connections. So maybe some of you guys are dealing internationally on a project with these cards here. But it also says, you know, look to the future and don't dwell on the past. So as advice, it's telling you to always think future forward. In the year 2017, if things aren't working, don't dwell on them. Just keep looking forward. Just keep looking towards the goal and what it is that you want to achieve, and it will come to you in the end. That is your reading, Libra, for the year 2017. I would like to say thank you very, very much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll see you guys in January. Take care.